Welcome to Acton in Focus. I'm Vivian Kopsinger-Birchall, your host, and in this special episode, we're honored to host, or I am honored to host, Acton's Fire Chief, Chief Anita. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. With you and to learn more about you and your work and what's happening with the fire department. But to kick us off, for those who do not know you or who have never seen you or heard from you, could you tell us a little bit about who you are? I know you've worked in the town for quite a while, but in what capacity you've been working with the town and gradually how you got to fire chief?
Okay. Well, I started in the fire service back in 1987 with Boxborough, actually, as an EMT. I got a full-time job there for a year, and then I transitioned here to Acton. So I worked for several years as a firefighter EMT. I went to school to increase my medical background to a paramedic level. Eventually earned a spot as a lieutenant, and then a captain, deputy chief, and now chief. So I've been here, I believe, since '89, so I'm going into my 35th year.
That's a lot of history and a lot of experience within the town of Acton.
Yes.
So in those years, what have been some of the most common calls to the fire department?
So EMS calls have been increasing everywhere over time, and that's emergency medical services. So calls for the ambulance, whether it be illness, injury, motor vehicle accidents. We have a fair amount of small fires. It could be trash cans, dumpsters, lamps. And fortunately, Acton does not have a lot of big fires, but we do generally get a structure fire couple a year that we have to respond to.
And so, in your experiences, you've been fire chief for, I forget how long.
6 or 7 months now. Yeah.
Yeah, so what has that experience been like? And I'll leave it open-ended so that you can share what you can.
Sure. Well, it's a great opportunity. I'm honored to serve in that capacity. I have a great group of people that are working for me, captains, lieutenants, and firefighters, paramedics. And it really is an honor to be their leader and try and help drive this department forward. Past 6 or 7 months have been very busy because I have not had a deputy chief, but I'm very fortunate to have a fantastic office manager that's helped me to manage. So just busy trying to catch up on things like policies, procedures, inspections. We have a lot of inspections we have to do, community events, responding to major calls, and just again, just trying to bring our department even further forward.
Right. It's great that you mentioned all those things, because my next question was going to be that what exactly does the fire department do? Because people, when they hear fire department, the first thought is, oh, they're putting out fires. But
right. That's probably one of the fewer things we do, fortunately. But so prevention, first of all. So a lot of inspections, whether it be gas stations, propane tanks, oil burners, oil tanks that people have. So a lot of inspectional services, and certainly community events, training. We do a lot of training. It's very important for firefighters to keep active in their training. So try and provide those opportunities. Also trying to mentor and promote from within the department for members that wish to go up that ladder. But a number of services to the community in times of emergency, storms, snow events. Motor vehicle accidents are fairly frequent during those times. Basically, when someone doesn't know what to do, they call the fire department. Right. So one of the things I like to say is that we are a great group of problem solvers. So it may be something we've never responded to before. They call us, we'll come, we'll certainly do our best, and if we don't know the answer, we'll get you the answer.
I'm just now very curious, like what are some of the skills you would want at least one person in a household to have, just for at least to keep the household a little safer while the emergency response comes?
Well, everyone should have an escape plan. Everyone should have smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. That's really helpful, and it does indeed save lives. So that's very important. Keeping the home uncluttered is important. I know it's tough sometimes with teenagers and things like that, but and then proper storage of materials. If you have propane tanks or gasoline cans, keep them in a safe location, in a cabinet that's rated for that, or outside, or some safe location. And then everyone should have an escape plan and know what to do in an emergency. So, and if you do have an emergency, please, by all means, call 911, and we'll certainly respond.
Do you, just curious, do you give any classes for CPR to residents if they need?
So the fire department does offer CPR services. We have a couple of folks that are certified as instructors, and we provide what services we can. We do also provide those services to town employees to make sure town employees are versed in that, and that includes CPR. We have first aid. We have AED, which is the automated external defibrillator, and we do a lot of teaching too with scout groups and things like that.
And then, yeah, which is a great segue. You earlier mentioned that you have community events, and right now you just mentioned some partnership with the Scouts. What are other events that you have, either you've had in the past or that you're planning to have in the future?
So we have something known as the SAFE program, which is Student Awareness of Fire Education. And that involves going out to the schools and teaching children from young ages things like stop, drop, and roll, know your address, know your phone number, how to call 911. We also do events such as what's called Touch a Truck, where kids can come out and look at trucks from all different departments, but we participate with our fire trucks. We participate in events that are held up at Nara Park, whether it be from fireworks or concerts or things like that. So a lot of different programs that we're able to participate in.
What are some of the most, I don't want to say hilarious calls you've had, but I can't find another word for it. And for the audience, I mean for the viewers, forgive me, I can't find another English word. But what are some of the most hilarious calls you've had?
So we definitely have some interesting calls.
Oh, interesting. That's a better word.
Years ago, I remember we got called to a child who got his head stuck between the rails of a fence. So responded out there, everyone's like, oh, let's see, can we pull the rails apart? It was steel, it was difficult. And I said, wait a minute, let's stop and think about this for a second. And the child's head wasn't stuck through the rails, he had slipped his body through. So now you have to take his body back through and you solve the problem.
Oh,
so
that sounds scary for the parent.
It's scary for the parent, but fortunately no injuries, no imminent danger. Everyone saw that his head was stuck, but they forgot that he put his body through, not his head. His head never went through because it wouldn't fit.
All right. Any other examples? I'm just so curious.
Oh, we get people who get locked out of their house, and they might be out there in freezing weather and just tiny little bathrobe or something like that. We occasionally get calls for animal issues. We had a oven fire one time. And the oven fire was determined to be caused by a mouse who stole the dog food and was putting it in the oven.
Oh my God.
It's amazing some of the different things we run into. And one of the things I like best about the job is it's always different.
Right.
There's always something different you're responding to.
Right. And then last year I saw some of the emergency responders trying to train on water.
Yes.
What are some of the common water-related accidents?
Well, certainly with Nara Park, there's swimming issues potentially with drownings or near drownings. Fortunately, there is lifeguards up there, but if someone goes in the water off hours or after dark or something, that could be a problem. Ice rescue we train on as well, especially this time of year. Ice is generally unsafe. Years ago, people would call the fire department and ask if it's safe. We won't ever tell you it's safe. It's always it's difficult with the ice, the way it forms, and different thicknesses throughout. Right. So we do ice rescue training. There's a bunch of technical skills trainings that the Fire Academy offers that we'll send some of our folks to, whether it be trench rescue. We've had trench incidents in town where someone working in a trench because of the atmosphere passes out. Mm-hmm. So we've had trench rescues. There's high angle rescue that a lot of guys are kind of interested in. We don't have a lot of those, but if someone's up on a roof, we've had people falling 3 stories from a roof onto some uneven ground, so you have to use some special techniques to carry them out and lift them out and things like that.
And is there anything we haven't talked about that you would like our viewers to know about the fire department, about the work you do?
We're here for you. That's our job. Customer service is one of our major points. If there's something we can help you with, we will do everything in our power to help you.
And for the purpose of those who don't know where it's located, it's located at the...
So the public safety facility is located at 371 Main Street, but there's no fire apparatus there. Mm-hmm. We have 4 stations, one in West Acton, South Acton, center of Acton, and North Acton. And we're looking right now at possibly needing to consolidate due to staffing issues. It's very difficult to find staffing right now.
Oh, that's sad to hear. Is there a formula that you use to determine like what's the best location for it?
So we look at the data. We have programs that we've just recently upgraded, maybe in the past 2 years, and we look at time of day, runs, how long it takes to get there, type of runs that we're running into, population densities, and all kinds of factors that determine the best strategic location to place the apparatus. Not just placing the apparatus, but also how we want to staff the apparatus. You know, is it best to have 2, 3, 4 people on a certain piece of apparatus, or can someone respond, like the captain will respond by themselves in a single SUV type of vehicle?
And then to go back to some of the staffing shortages, what, in your opinion, do you think is causing these shortages?
So it's not just local, it's state, it's national, and in fact global. I don't know the exact reason, but I do believe COVID has played a part in it. When COVID hit, some of the paramedic schools had to stop teaching.
Oh, okay.
So there's been a delay and a lag. That's starting to come back now. I think it's a cultural thing too. A lot of kids growing up these days are very involved in technology and don't always have a lot of the life skills that we're looking for. You know, we want somebody who's active, maybe athletic, maybe has a trade background or interest, you know, carpentry, plumbing, electrical. All of that helps us in our work.
Right.
So it's tough to find that pool of people right now.
So from what you mentioned earlier, it means you're going to merge some of the centers, some of the locations?
Don't know. We're looking at options right now. We want to do what's best to be efficient for the town and to provide the service.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you on behalf of Acton residents for the service that you provide. We feel safer knowing that the fire department is just a call away.
Absolutely.
And again, congratulations on your new role as the chief.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And I think, have we covered everything that we could possibly cover about?
You hit on all the main topics. Okay. There's always different ways we can go with different things, but yeah, I think we've hit on all the main things. Like I said, main thing, customer service. We're here to help whatever the emergency is.
Right. Again, thank you for being my guest on Acton in Focus.
Thank you very much.
And to our viewers, I hope you've learned a little bit more about the Acton Fire Department, and you know how to contact them, or you can just check out the Town of Acton website, www.actonma.gov. I'm messing that up, but it's actonma.gov, and you'll find all the town departments there, including the fire department, and you'll also find their contacts there. But for now, thank you for watching. Till next time.
Be safe.